Well, hey folks, welcome to Learning Law Skills. Boy, it's a mighty windy day out here. I hope you can hear me good. If not, we'll have to edit later. But today, we're going to make cowboy candy. And this recipe is my own recipe. Something I came up with over years of trying, just improving a little here and a little there. And I just love it. You're going to love it. You're going to need some jars, some ginger, some turmeric, apple cider vinegar, not white vinegar, white sugar, and to me the trick is some brown sugar. It really makes the difference. So with as windy as it is today, I hope I can get through this. I hope you enjoy it, and possibly subscribe if you like it. Hit that like button. Okay, first side. We're going to start off with a good sized pot. I'm going to start off with 4 cups of white sugar. 2 cups of brown sugar. 2 cups apple cider vinegar. We're making a syrup here. We don't want too much liquid. Don't be adding any water to it. I've seen some people doing that. They end up with a real thin product at the end. And that's just no good. One-half teaspoon of turmeric. 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. If you watched any other videos, you can already see this is a little bit different take. I'm going to bring this up to a boil before we add the peppers. We want to get this good and going. Okay guys, keep stirring this till you get a good rolling boil. Everything's dissolved. It's time for the peppers. And I know this looks like an awful lot for such a small container, but they'll fit. That's 3 pounds of jalapenos right there. I'm gonna bring that up to a boil. Everything's gonna cook down, and this will all fit. It's gonna take a few minutes, so I'll bring you back when we're a little bit closer. Okay, we're gonna keep this at a good rolling boil. We're going to keep stirring, and what we're looking for is for the peppers to drop from that bright green down to an olive drab. Times are going to vary depending on where you're at. I'm outdoors, it's windy. Let me see if I can catch 2 of them here. See the brightness of the green of this one? This one's already starting to turn to that more of that olive drab. Once they're all at the olive drab, you're done cooking. And then we'll take you on to the next few steps. So okay, we've been stirring these constantly. They're all cooked down to that nice olive drab color, not that bright green anymore. So they're done. It's time to move on to the next step of the process. We'll get these in jars. You got to reduce the liquid and get them canned. So let's move on. Okay, now for this next step, it's important to use a slotted spoon. We want to avoid as much juice as we can. Not a big deal if a little bit gets in. But just start packing in the jars. A little bit more. Pack them in about like so. Let me get one more here. Looks like I got way too many jars out. Don't be putting any liquid in yet. We still have a little more work to go on that front. Okay, our next step, before we fill those jars with any liquid, we want to reduce that liquid. So we'll put that pot on a boil for probably 6 minutes, maybe 12 minutes. I want to reduce it by about half. I want to make it a nice thick syrup. Okay, we've got a timer set for 6 minutes. Got a good rolling boil. You're going to want to come in and stir this every few seconds. You don't want any of that sugar sticking to the bottom and burning. But what you do want is all this steam coming off. That's reducing it. So we'll see where we're at in 6 minutes. Should be about the right time. And we'll take it off from there and go fill some jars. Okay, well, I let that run a little bit longer, about 9 minutes. On indoors, it usually takes a good 12 minutes. The main thing is you need to reduce down that liquid. This picked up a lot of liquid from the peppers. We want to make a good syrup. Now we come in and top our jars off. Be careful you don't overfill like I just did. Let me get these topped off and we'll take you over to the next step. And there's one other pretty important thing, I think. All this extra juice, save that stuff. It makes an amazing marinade. You know, on poultry, on pork, you name it, barbecuing, this stuff is the bomb. So let me get an extra jar here. Probably going to take two, but I'm definitely going to get it all. The jars are already pre-cleaned. So look at that good stuff. Yep, that's about it. The juice has just gone in my refrigerator. Not going to worry about canning it. I'll be using it for a marinade probably within a week. It is just amazing marinade. So, next step, get our lids on, finger tight, and we're going to come in. Yeah, make sure your tops are clean. We're going to come in and do a hot water bath. So, it's a lot easier than using a pressure canner, and you can do it with any pan. I'm going to do it in the same one we cooked in. Well, folks, are just out of the water bath. Not sure if I explained it real well. You want to submerge these a good inch, preferably 2 inches. Bring that to a good rolling boil for 10 minutes. And then after that, shut it off. If you're indoors, you're going to want to put a towel down. Set the jars on the towel because a hot jar is going to wreck a table real fast. Anyway, we're going to let them hang out for 2-3 hours till they cool down. The lids will all set. You can see that one's not set yet. Once they've set, These guys are good for a year or two or more, but they rarely last that long. And I'm going to apologize in advance for the pounds that you gain because they are so dang delicious. If you haven't tried Cowboy Candy, this is a fantastic recipe to start with. If you've made it before, please give it a chance. Try my recipe with some brown sugar, little turmeric, little ginger. It makes a big difference. And don't forget that last little bit of juice. Makes a fantastic marinade. You can use it with your tea or with your coffee if you want. It's going to have that jalapeno kick to it though. But it's awesome stuff. Just hang on to that. Hope you had a good time today. Hope you learned something. Because that's what I'm doing this for. And if you did, consider like and subscribe. My small channel, we got a lot more coming. A lot of outdoor knowledge, some old cooking techniques. Possibly next spring I might start blacksmithing because I'm a full-time blacksmith. Anyway, there'll be some links at the end here. Check them out and see if it's something you're interested in. And I guess we'll see you guys down the trail.